Welcome back to another edition of the Skirmish Weekly. This week we're going to be discussing Skirmish 30. It is a 5 versus 5 encounter on Lakeville with a maximum tier point limit of 35. Special restriction for this tournament is you are allowed to bring 2 tier 8 mediums. The rest need to be tier 7 or below mediums or heavies. I really enjoy wargaming coming out with tournaments like this because it allows you a lot of flexibility that can work for different styles of players on your teams. You can go really heavy or you can go really light, and there is no right or wrong kind of tank comp for this. You just need to really play to the styles of the players and the tanks that they have. So let's jump right in and start discussing tank types that might work for your specific team. Now, as I just said, there is no right or wrong tank comp for this tournament, with the exception that they allow you to bring 2 tier 8 mediums to the game. Bring 2 tier 8 mediums. So what tier 8 mediums? Well, you have the first option, which is the king of tournament play, the M26 Pershing, followed by the T69 autoloader. Not my favorite. Having 2 of them can, be a little challenging at times, but again, not a bad option. And then the Object 416, which I threw that in there. Wouldn't suggest bringing 2 of them, but 1 of them is not a bad idea as long as you stick to the mid-road or stick to areas where you can use the camo value and its gun capabilities. Other options, the Type 59, the Panther 2, the Star 1, Indian Panzer, all of those are okay, but not nearly as good as these 3 options right here, or any combination of them. As for tier 7s, if you choose to go the medium route, I always prefer the T20. It hits really hard and has good mobility, but there's also the option of the Comet. It doesn't hit nearly as hard, but it's a little bit quicker. 2 T20s can match up against heavies just fine. Comets, you need to kind of be in their line of sight a little bit longer. As for heavies, you have the IS and the IS-2 series, which aren't terrible. They hit pretty hard, quite a bit slower, and limit your options as to where you can go. Or there's the Tiger, great DPM, more hit points, but quite a bit slower. Now that you have 2 tier 8 selected and 2 tier 7s, that's 30 tier points. You have 5 tier points remaining for this tournament. You're going to be using that tier 5 medium as a scout to get forward, get eyes, and let your tier 8s and tier 7s do their work. The only option for that is the M7. The T34, you could use it in a pinch if you need to, but the view range is really bad on it, and it's just not good enough for what you're going to be using it for. Now, Lakeville Encounter is a fairly simple map. Really, all you need to do is get mid-road control, use your tier 5 to light them on the K line, get your punish out as quick as you can, and then start focusing on the city. Once the enemy has cleared the K line, then you can start moving up, finding different areas to shoot from, using the mid-road to protect the guys on the outside of the city. Remember, don't push into the city if you choose to do it until you have all your tanks in that area and nobody is left on the mid-road. If you choose to go the heavier route, you really need to push anything that may be lighting your heavies off that mid-road so that your heavies skirting the A-line can get all the way down into the city to prepare for a defense or an assault on the cap. Again, once you control the mid-road, you can start pushing up, but keep your heavies on the outside portion of the city so anything you have left on the mid-road can protect them at range. The southern spawn deployment is fairly similar to the northern spawn deployment. Just make sure that you control the mid-road, you try to light their heavies or mediums crossing on the A line, and leave a tier 7 and tier 8 down into the GH area to protect the mid-road in case they push that direction before redeploying to defend or attack the city. After you gain mid-road control, push up again, encircle the cap, make it so they can't escape, and keep your fire going. The most important thing when spawning in the south with heavy tanks is keep them on the red line and keep them moving to the K7 area as fast as possible. Don't stop and shoot. Get behind that K7 berm to protect yourself from mid-road shots. Meanwhile, have your tier 5 light that mid-road, have the tier 8s help him, and if he spots anything on the A line, use your tier 8s to punish him. Once you have mid-road control, move your tier 7 heavies in onto the outside of town and start encircling the cap, preparing for an all-out assault.